Lead generations are the most popular campaign type on Facebook. In this video, I'm going to show you a few ways how to optimize your lead generation campaigns. In order to start proper optimization, first of all, you need to select the campaign that you want and go to its ad set level. Now, when we are at the ad set level, we can see the results here in the results section. In order to optimize the campaign, you need to see all the data provided to you by Facebook. This is lead generation campaign, so I need to see data that is relevant to that specific campaign. In order to do that, I'm going here to columns and I'm going to customize what I see. You're going to see a little bit different setup here. First, when you click to customized columns, this is what I have, but we're going to go over each and every KPI here, so it will be clear to you what should you have on your display. First of all, I would like to leave ad set name. It's important if you have multiple ad sets. Important to see which one is actually performing better. Attribution settings, result, then reach, impressions, cost per result. I can actually move it here near the result itself. Quality ranking, not that important when I'm looking at the ad set. And engagement rate, not that important when I'm looking at ad sets. Conversion rate, also not relevant at all. Amount spent, I like to look at it when it's near the budget, so I will see right away how much money that I already spent on this campaign. Then there is a frequency. Frequency is a very important metric. I would like to have it closer to my reach and impressions. And in case you're scheduling your campaigns and unique clicks, I don't need it here. What I need to add is my clicks, CPC and CTR. I'm going to have clicks closer to impressions and reach and CTR, so it will all be together. Then I need metric that's called CPM, just cost per 100 impressions. It's very important to know what's going on and what's the price per 100 impressions to see if it goes up or down. Then there is another CTR parameter that I like to look at, link click-through rate. It actually tells you if your ad is successful. And what I like to add to my lead generation campaign is conversion rate. You are not getting this parameter here on Facebook, so you need to build it yourself. Create custom metrics, name it conversion rate, and then split it by clicks. In this case, I'm going to use all the clicks and then just click on create metric. In order to save these customized columns, to save this view, click on save as preset and give it a name. And that way you're going to receive all the data. Please notice that Facebook doesn't actually calculate all the results right here. I'm looking at the last 7 days, and if my ad sets are inactive, I'm not getting the summary for my ad sets. So in order to make it easier for me, I'm going to select the specific ad sets that were active at this period of time, and I'm going to go to filter, click on filter by selection. So I will receive data only for these 2 active ad sets. And now I do have a summary for all of my ad sets. If I'm looking at my results, I have different results for both ad sets. One ad set is generating a lot of leads and another one not so much. And as the cost per result, one ad set is more successful than another, and conversion rate is higher here as well. So what I'm looking here at is my reach, my impressions. I'm making sure that the difference between these 2 parameters isn't huge. If it's a huge difference, in case that my reach is like 1000 and my impressions is 4,000 people, it means that something is not going correctly and my audience isn't the right audience to target. But in this case, it looks all right to me. The difference is decent, about 1,000 people. CPM here, almost the same between these two ad sets. CTR is 8%. It's actually a very good CTR for a lead generation campaign. Average CTR on Facebook is about 1%, 1.5%. CTR, link click-through rate, it means the actual CTR, like the clickable, when people are clicking on your ad and filling in the form. And then clicks and CPC. CPC is decent, it's lower than $1, so it's a good result. Now the next step of my optimization is a breakdown. When I'm doing a breakdown, I'm looking at the data for the past 30 days and not just for the past week, because the data isn't stable. Maybe something happened on a weekend, or we just received a boost on Monday. So I just want to make sure that everything is correct and my decisions are right. So I'm basing my decisions on 4 weeks data. By the way, right now you can see that the results are a little bit different. The CPL is much higher for that period of time, but this campaign is also not that bad as it looked before. You see that the CTR is much higher and click-through rate is higher, but CPC is higher as well. And now I'm going to break it down. So I'm going to break it down by age first of all and look at the results. For this ad set, most of the results came from people that are over 35 years old. For this ad set, the same thing happens as well. 35 and higher. I can actually exclude 65 plus or maybe 55. So the perfect age range for me to target in this campaign is from 35 to 55. Then if I'm going to look at gender, I'm going to see that for this ad set, men were much cheaper than women, and we got more leads from men than from women. But for this targeting, I got more leads from females. So for further optimization, I'm going to exclude males from this ad set, exclude females from this ad set, and I'm going to narrow down my age. Then I'm going to look at the platforms and see that Instagram isn't generating any leads for me. And let's see how much I'm spending. I'm almost not spending anything on Instagram except $12 here, but it got me one lead, so it's alright. I don't really need to exclude it for now. And if I'm going to split my ad set by placement, I'm going to see that most of the leads are generated from Facebook feed, from mobile actually. And that's, I am spending money on video feed here and here. So I can exclude it from placements in order to save money and improve cost per lead. These are the basic criteria that you need to look at when you are optimizing your lead generation campaign. The next step is obviously ad optimization. So you need to choose your ad set one by one and see which ad is more successful. According to this, I have 3 ads that have generated leads for me. One ad has generated just 1 lead, but the conversion rate is crazy, and so is price per lead. So I'm not going to turn it off. I'm going to give it a chance. Let me just filter it out by active ads so it will be easier to look at. Okay, just active ads. So for now, I have 7 active ads. From the budget of $700, only 1 ad is spending most of the budget when others are not spending. This is something that Facebook does. It doesn't mean that other ads are not successful. It just means that Facebook is not letting them to be tested. So if you want to test it out properly, I recommend to split your ad set, one that is successful, and test it out with 1 ad each to make sure you're getting the most out of your ad set and making sure you're using the best performing ad. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I see you in the next one.